So, okay. Well, we are now live. So, welcome back to another episode of Mad 7 Adventures, coming to you live from my basement in my new house.
You have
So,
kids in your basement.
I have children hiding in my basement right now.
I'm an adult.
At least one minor in my basement.
I'm an adult. I thought it was in that. I thought this was damn building.
Nope, just the basement.
But
Yeah, well, so apologize for any audio issues. I am working on making a actual D&D studio / game room, whatever you want to call it, down here. Hopefully, going to have soundproofing at the ceiling and walls, and we're going to have grid studio quality audio. At least that's the dream. When it will happen, I don't know, but each session should get progressively better quality wise. So, where we left off, the party had lost Pal and said their goodbyes, yielded to his wishes to not be reincarnated, though that would have led to some fantastic roleplay opportunities to see Pal in a vacant body. But I digress. We are beyond that now. But after setting Pal's body up to be displayed in the library of the town sanctuary, and a small statue of Rhino, a full-size statue of small Rhino, purely for scale, to show just how big the body of Pal is, exactly as it is. Gotta have that scale in there. The party then contacted Broadleaf, found out he had imprisoned in a prison cell with Mitt Mam in the city of Menthol Barrenland. At least that's what Broadleaf called it. So the party decided to use their gate stones and a couple ensued, and they fought Lucius and Frederick, the head guard, and I don't know, would Lucius be considered a warden? Sure, he'd be the warden of the prison. And towards the end of the fight, Lucius and Frederick used Thunderstep to get out of there and shut the door behind them, effectively locking our intrepid adventurers in a hallway with jail cells on both sides, with all of their equipment, thankfully. So that is where we left off. Broadleaf and Builder are going to be majority silent for this session because they neglected to show up. Keith and Brody, if you ever watch this, I'm watching you all the time. Yeah. Yes, Jack.
so we return to.
We'll catch up with you when we get to you.
I'm wondering if I.
Yes. Yep, you have a long rest. Mister, I gotta have my long rest. I need a full 8 hours of sleep or anything.
I have to keep track of this. I'm at 26. So.
All right. Yep.
This is a fantasy game in which people get to have a full 8 hours of sleep. And I can understand the desire to actually have that.
It's funny how we get more sleep in D&D than we do in our real life. Yep, on a daily basis.
And just like that, I'm at 103 points again.
Raise your hand if you get 8 hours of sleep every night.
Well, not every night. That's a lot. I don't know what I have. I usually get around 7.
I get 5.5 to 6.
Yeah.
Lately, and I don't even have it.
So with this thing again.
Anyway,
Lately,
all right. So you guys are in a hallway with jail cells on both sides. We have Maya, Annabella, Samson, and Sheen, and Builder Broadleaf Brad. What's up, guys?
Okay, so they've ran out now?
Yes, they ran out. They locked the door behind them. You heard a deadbolt slide, so you guys are effectively locked in. And you heard them calling for more guards.
Well, I do have to say, you make an entrance. Who are you?
Oh, we're just here to pick up our demented grandfather who's been in contact with the demons.
To which Broadleaf goes, Who? You David?
Yeah, rock the dump are smarter than them in general. Rocks as
Interesting.
well. You picked the poor choice of a person to be in prison with.
You know, I think I'm quite familiar with his capability intellectually. I take it that you, Mechanical Woman, are the leader of this group?
Hello, I am Unit ANN 383 LLA. Do you require assistance?
Well, that would change based on the level of assistance that you're able to provide.
This unit is capable of providing both entertainment and medical assistance.
We're definitely going to put a pin in the entertaining part. Is there any way for you to get us out of here? Or maybe just me?
We could get
This
all of
unit
us.
does not possess any teleportation abilities.
Alright, now we know that you're planning to leave everyone behind after we accidentally save your ass.
Well,
An unhappy accident, you may put it.
I mean, technically, I'm still in jail.
Technically, we can get out really easily.
Wonderful! How?
We have these magical rocks. However, they take a while to charge up, being that we had just used them.
Yeah.
How long is a while?
Say about a day. So if we can effectively lock ourselves in here for a full day, we're ready to
Well,
leave.
You might have needs to assist with that, but fortunately, my personal effects, particularly my spell book, is on the other side of that door.
Where?
I would assume it's in the evidence locker.
You stole stuff from an evidence locker, Chief.
In what? What was it? Oh,
Well, I'm not sure the text data put it in. Perhaps the locker. Freight, maybe a barrel, or satchel. It was a staff. It was a wand. It was a spell book. Spell book, the most important piece. Did you find any book?
It would have been in Satchel you dropped, yes.
yeah. I mean, I found this bag of random shit. Look through it.
Thank you, dear. And I assume I find my various accoutrements.
Yep, you find your stuff.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, sweetheart.
If we catch again, they'll have a. We all get in prison. They'll have a hell of a time getting paperwork done.
That's odd sort of revenge, I have to say.
Amaya, you notice that the team or this human in front of you has in his hand a handful of papers that clearly came from the desk of the officer, including a hand-drawn family portrait, as well as a couple of time cards and what looked like to be the scheduling for the upcoming month of time for the entire jail. Some of us worked very hard on this.
Well, would you mind allowing me to take a look at your ill-gotten gains?
Sure. I hand over all the papers, excluding the drawing because I'm gonna burn it.
What? That's from, was that from Helpless?
No.
A hand-drawn family portrait.
Oh. One of the expensive ones?
Yep.
Just sell it, you fool. It's worth a lot. Is it?
Proper people. The people are probably of it's probably worth quite a bit.
Let me burn this time card instead.
At this moment, you guys hear more pounding on the door, and Amaya, you hear Lucius, who you're familiar with, saying, "So, shall we do this the hard way, or any other way?"
I have to be honest. I have done absolutely nothing, Lucius. As a matter of fact, that's still in my now.
This unit would prefer non-violent form of agreement.
I do have to say that the light fracturing on your mic makes Annabella.
Sound exactly like a robot.
I'm guessing the hard way since you seem like a hard ass.
Sam, there's something to shit.
Samson, you hear in back of your mind.
Yeah.
Hello, Samson. What's going on? I'm stealing the evidence.
I'm gonna say we might be fucked. If you can get into here somehow discreetly, that would be great.
The hallway is full of guards.
Well, do you have any spell that can get you in here pretty easily?
This is the message belt with the cantrip, which just goes back.
Yeah, I have that too.
I mean, I can cast Dimension Door, but I don't know where you are. I have to get.
We're right down the hallway behind the door. I can give you a description of the room if that helps.
Pretty sure one you can visualize. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So you can describe it to him, and he'll be able to get there.
All right. So we don't have the map.
There is no map at this time. It's just you're in a hallway, jail cells, door on the end. He can see the other side of that door, so technically he'd be able to zap himself in there. So there becomes a flash of light as Flugmert arrives in the hallway.
In with us.
Yep.
I'm gonna bend out and I'm gonna say, do you think it would be a wise idea for me to cast Stone Shape and kind of lock us in here until Gate Stones recharge?
Were you whispering that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying it out loud, but
Okay,
I
because I
can
was
hear.
like,
You kick the door open and we get screwed.
I mean, I feel like they would have a way in here eventually. There's a lot of them out there, and not very many of us in here.
But can I get Lehman's tiny hut?
No, that's more than 8 hours. I know it's correct.
Yes.
Correct. How long do we need before the box work again?
Was it a full day? I'm gonna choose, but it's gonna about a day.
I see.
And why not cast it? About to break down the shape of stone.
Plus, too, if I activate my one cantrip, if they start breaking through it, I could always get back some of my spell slots to redo it.
Lucius is going to walk through the door. Your talk of escape, or what I'm assuming you're talking about, is very tiring.
Talking about escaping to your home.
How about some negotiations? There are services I require. If you truly do have the ability or the wrath and foolishness to fight us or escape, there might be things that I can use. Yet, robotic one.
Question to the DM. What language is this in?
He would actually know common and be speaking it to you.
Okay.
Because he knows that you guys might not understand what he's saying otherwise. He's a fairly learned fellow.
Sam will pipe in and just say, we could work out a negotiation, I suppose, if it causes you less trouble.
It depends on what it is, though.
Listen, I will let you know, my stick-fingered friend, Lucian is a fine, upstanding person. That said, I won't do the thing that I did 2 weeks ago again. I'm still sore.
I mean, anything is better than what I did get here.
I'm not sure about that, sweetheart, but if you want to believe that, that's okay.
And stuff we can do it for a little pure curiosity. Anything's better than what I did.
Surprisingly similar.
And then another thing I did was make enemies with probably a god at this point, but taking his helmets.
So, these conversations bore me. I don't care how you got here, but I assume it by some magical means. But I do know you're not leaving anytime soon. Let I say so. However, not worth my time to fight you. Frankly, I don't want to have to pay anyone to clean these cell floors again. So, who would like to negotiate your, let's call it, premature release?
Sure, I guess I might.
So while all this is going on, Annabelle takes the wand with her animal and uses a single charge. And she now has a goldfish in her hand. This unit possesses an object that perhaps you may have not seen. Would negotiation be in order?
Is that some strange fish?
Yes, it is a fish.
And you're offering it to me in exchange for your release?
No, I'm just offering you a fish.
Pretty open. Aren't you the optimistic one?
Well, let's.
This unit
Oh, go ahead.
This unit has been programmed with great optimism.
So I've noticed.
Thank you.
I mean, if you don't want the fish, you should.
I have no need for fish.
Well, you could have been fish. It's a companion. It's
The whole time this fish is like,
This fish has just been recently summoned from the oceans of the surface.
that seems fitting.
I quickly grab the fish.
You can try. Annabelle, are you going to stop him from grabbing the fish?
Keep my fish.
Huh?
I want to keep my fish.
Okay, so competing dexterity check then. I would get.
This can Sam type in. Does he want-
Okay, I probably lost out.
What'd you get, Annabella?
Oh, let me. 5.
You both lose your grasp on the fish, and now the fish is on the floor. So,
Sam
walking
would like
around.
to. Sam would like to.
Please, it appears that the fish has escaped.
Good. Just pick up the fish now.
Sam would like to pipe in and say, well, let's take a step back quickly. But I want to know what you mean by
Yeah.
premature release.
There are several ways out of prison. One, serve your time. or release. 2, the gladiatorial arena. The, shall we say, strongest fighters or inmates are sent to fight various things for the entertainment of all. Or, if you're not much skill in combat, we can always use more slaves. We have methods of making you fly, possibly even altering your mental state. Or I have need of something to be fetched and returned to me.
Can you go into detail of this fetch quest you might send us on?
It's a priceless family painting. It's on my desk.
Now, let's just say it is a valuable family artifact that has gone missing and is expected to be guarded by, let's just say, a powerful individual. Such an artifact would bring my family
It's a magical picture.
not a magical picture. Such an artifact might bring my family a position of rank on the city of Menlo Barrington.
If everyone else is on this, I think we can make that work. If
Dear
I-
God, this unit is obliged to remind you of the potential consequences of going against your orders.
Say that part again?
This unit is obligated to remind you of the potential dangers of going against your orders. You may be placing yourself in great harm by recruiting us.
Funny enough, nobody knows you exist or are here. In fact, the only two that are in the logs would be Maya and the old fuzzy fellow. At this moment, we're going to check in with Jack. I've not forgotten about you. So, you wake up in the morning and the party is gone. They left without you. You are in the house sanctuary. You guys just got the burial of Pal the night before, and everyone's up.
But I have no idea what happened or where they went.
You have no idea anything. They left without you, and they never talked to you. You do know they were going to bury, or condition Pal Ford at the library, meaning tattoo at the Ford.
Oh, that cool.
Yeah, I thought so too.
At the library?
Yeah.
Go to the library.
So you go down to the library, and walking in the door, you see statue of Rhino, and that's it.
No problem.
No Pal.
Is there anywhere else that I think they would make him put?
I'm gonna ask for help. Okay, we're gonna say the librarian recognized you because you're strange, and says, "Good morning. Are you looking for your friends?" Well, it was a strange thing. They all licked rocks, smacked their head, disappeared. I don't know what quite what was going on. It was very strange.
I didn't
I didn't know what they.
Somebody licked it and walked out like that.
Sam did not put a at some point, but he didn't need to do that. What next island is the library?
It is a kind of a stone brick building, dark, windowless. Most of the building in Sanctuary are windowless due to its underground nature.
Debating on doing like the normal thing of like the gate stone in this situation, or just having like a new episode of when Pal got bootlegged.
Hey, you can do whatever you want, Jack. You're alone. You're
How
alone.
big is Sanctuary?
Sanctuary is a moderately decent-sized town. I think we said about 500 occupants currently. Annabella. The library is also their place of learning. The hospital where you've been staying, a series of houses. Some houses are probably like house houses, others are like
hole inside the wall of the cave. Single rooms, that type of thing. There is a small temple to just pray to whatever deity you're familiar with. There are, of course, the frog cow creature paddocks, where those are housed, and also a mushroom grove.
Is there any form of pet store?
There is no pet store in the sanctuary. That would be highly unnecessary by Annabella standards.
It would improve mental state on people there.
There was nothing to be pets in the Underdark. The frog milk cows.
Things aren't trying to kill you, or you're trying to kill them.
Well, just stop trying to kill the things that you're trying to kill.
I know.
And there you go. I'm gonna go visit the cows.
Okay. So you walk over to the cows, and they're cow-esque in shape, but they have like frog feet and froggy legs, so like a cow torso. And they seem to be chewing on, wading into waters and chewing on different algae that are growing on the surface. Some stuff is growing underneath, and it's very fishy smelling. And oddly enough, they have udders, which is weird.
I'm picturing an udder with like frog skin, and it's not a pleasant at all.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
My dog is just running around my basement doing laps, finding any piece of garbage he can find to try to convince somebody to throw it.
I'm in the party. I'm sorry for showing you, man.
The wall behind Storm is powered and trapped.
Don't give him more fire!
You will never thought.
You bastard, give me that! He's gonna beat you with it.
No language on my Christian Minecraft.
I'm sorry, did
Putting it up on the wall has been I'm getting upset.
Yeah, the wall behind Storm is just covered in trash.
All than the dog.
There was some type of, I can't remember what it was, but there was some type of purple feed that I can't seem to find.
Speak with animals or
Yeah.
what?
Supposed to be.
It should be in racial traits.
Features and traits, yeah.
I'm not aware of anything that you're speaking of.
I could be wrong on that.
You very well could be.
It really, really suggests you're really sad. Speech of beasts and beasts. You can communicate with, though not understand, beasts and plants and advantage on earth.
So you can try to influence them, but you don't understand anything they say.
But they understand.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Happy to hear it. It's so not very good.
They're munching, chewing, kind of perceptible nod as they're kind of like sucking it up top of the water.
Pretty docile creatures.
They appear to be
They're all like older ones, or
mid-range. There's some younger ones.
how old are they?
Nothing like fresh out, but it's hard for you to tell. You hear some creatures like,
What's the like average kind of influence?
you gather 800 to 1,000 pounds a piece for the adult, the couple of smaller ones, maybe 400 or 500 pounds.
It's the small
Probably about 300 pounds.
Are you stealing a baby?
If I'm not carrying it and it's following willingly, it's stealing.
Damn.
It's a baby.
Damn.
It's an idiot. You're making me sad.
Why do you want a frog milk?
I don't know.
All the things to steal. What a disturbing frog milk.
because I love animals, and that's the only animals there are.
We need an artist to draw one of these creatures.
Sam,
15 feet off the level.
They're like kind of like big long cows.
what do they move?
You have to have like herd them move. Move the beat. Well, they kind of pop.
They go
Weird.
They go it popping cow.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They fast. They're not slow. They're like cheetahs.
Maybe you put a
It's disgusting. Nobody's ever tried. Nobody in the city of Sanctuary has ever tried to ride a cow milk. Cow milk.
like Leatherworks or anything.
Yeah, there's a clothing maker in the city.
I want to go to the clothing maker.
Okay. Friends are just negotiating for their lives. You're gonna go make a saddle.
Well, I don't know they're doing that. They just did me.
Okay, so you go find the leather worker. He's a orcish fellow.
Do you have any saddles?
No? Why would we have the saddle?
How long would it take you to make one?
I'll have to know what it is first.
For the cow frog thing. What are those creatures called?
Well, the Flurnerkins?
Yeah, sure.
You want the what?
The saddle. Oh,
Like a shirt.
I think I found an acceptable picture.
no, like a saddle. Oh no, it's gonna be.
I go.
How do you make that?
How do I get that to go away?
Where's Fuck? He was the better dog.
Lots of fire.
Where's Fuck? Get this one away from me.
Buck is here. He is the boy.
Where is
Why can't I get rid of the picture now? I can't get this video chat back, Pete. What did you do?
Fuck?
I did nothing.
Virus.
I was not the one feeling a big fright. Built
Hi, Mark.
Seriously, I can't get the video chat back at all.
I broke your computer with an Amazon link.
Yeah,
You broke it.
Oh no!
just go back over here and oh wait, it's not there.
It's broken!
Try X out of that one.
Okay, we're gonna close the video chat. I'll be right back. Thank you. Back.
It's just the virus.
There, stop.
Just morbid curiosity.
Yes, it is the most terrible sin against God. The Flurnerkins.
Fuck.
I miss
So you want a shirt for the Flurnerkin?
A saddle. How did you get a shirt?
What's a saddle?
Like a thief strapped to an animal's back.
Why?
So you could ride it. It's an above ground thing, you wouldn't understand.
Do you have anything for trade for this service?
You can make two and I can teach you how to ride.
Hard hats.
But go bareback.
Okay. Do whatever you want. Sure.
I'm gonna go back to the third thing.
Flurnerkins.
Flurnerkin.
Flurnerkin.
Do they have hair or no?
Frog, do you want to go investigate them? I'll follow them down. Yeah. They have a very fine hair. What am I saying? It's fine as frog hair. Almost Flurnerkin.
Oh well, that's nasty.
And they're kind of like green and white, almost in a Holstein-ish fashion, but it's green instead of black.
Out of character.
So, like my hand. Oh, stop, though.
We're kind of like petted. So, okay, talk a little bit. Gonna get on. Like a bigger one.
Okay. All right. So you find one that's on the shore of their water part of their paddock.
Yep.
And it's kind of just standing there, kind of like squat-legged, frog-esque. But it's not like a full sit like a frog. It's really weird. It's like the udder doesn't drag on the ground.
It's not that image. Every hop is just
Everyone you can discern, there's no difference male to female.
Oh dear.
They're exactly the same. What is being messaged back and forth?
Beware the lake. That way lies madness.
Okay, open the link in a new tab.
Do you dare?
Open so I don't know. We'll see. F11. Cow frog. I mean, that's not too far off. That's kind of the right direction.
It's horrifying. You want a little tiny, you want a 300-pound one of those.
well. Now I want a big one that I can take back and ride.
Isn't that like against your druidic faith? It's claimed
Well, I can.
no hold.
I'm not going to take it against its will. Hey, do you want to come with me?
Do you want a creepy frog tail that's
Just yes, I do.
Like we did.
Did it just go instead of ribbit from the move?
The whole thing was just like ride me down.
Gag me with a spoon.
What?
So that you go to sit on the Nurkin, and you make an animal handling check. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Don't leave me alone. I have advantage on charisma check. Not on that. I do it plus 5 though.
Probably not a good thing in this situation.
So bizarre. I'm so sorry, internet, that this has become a thing. My simple, offhand, weird frog milk comments has created the Flurnurkin, a abomination to God himself. So you climb onto the Flurnurkin. It's almost a little wide for your legs, but not uncomfortable. And it kind of looks at you and goes, turns to go back.
Can I enter with that?
Nope, you do not speak Flurnurkin. Well, no, it does. We'll have to go on through for a while.
Dex them with a chair.
Okay. Are you like telling it to go for a walk or asking it?
Asking.
It doesn't do anything. It just like keeps eating, ignoring you.
So try the next one.
You're gonna do every single one?
Make another animal handling check. For imagery here, this is a 600-pound, 8 feet tall, 500 pound, 8 foot tall, fuzzy man climbing onto these frog abominations and be like, "You wanna go for a walk, please?" As you're climbing, this one jumps. Make a dexterity check.
Spider climb should be all for the
Okay.
throwing that out.
Make a dexterity check.
Dexterity.
Yeah, or a dexterity saving throw. Or no check, if you're trying to stay on. As it leaps 15 feet in the air.
I know. Oh, the thing.
That 10. And comes down on top of you. As your spider climb helped. As you were falling, you grab like onto it, and the udder's like kind of rubbing up your face. And
No man art.
and it comes down on top of you and take 2d6 bludgeoning damage, which would be, I gotta roll that out. I rolled 2 once, so
Nice.
2 bludgeoning damage as
I'm very
man.
apologetic. I'll make her it's okay.
Careful about what? We're never gonna have fan art.
That's what you said. Then wait until later.
We're gonna get famous, and then someone's gonna be listening to this and just drop all the things we say. Draw. It's not gonna be good. What do you mean? I didn't say.
Your awakening done strange things and some strange people. Oh, it's not done. Probably. This is just weird. I'm sorry, internet. This is thing that never needed to be said. Not my fault. Okay, so now it fine. It shrugged and walked away.
I'm gonna go to the smallest one and see if I can get start cloning the font.
Okay, the younger one, make another animal handling check.
17.
17. Yeah, you kind of start playing with it, and it starts playing and bouncing around. And each jump is about 10 feet in the air, and it'll jump over you occasionally. And it's much bigger than you. Or not much bigger than you, but much more nimble. Much nimbler than you'd think it would be for its strange appearance. Yeah, Pete, that's probably accurate.
Somebody right now is furiously drawing an 8-foot-tall, fuzzy man getting slapped in the face by 2 teeth from a frog howl to illustrate the 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
If anybody ever watches this, I actually want to see that drawing. Just because it'd be hilarious. It'd be iconic.
This is what you plan to do. You will reap what you sow.
Be able to sleep at night, so if anybody creates it, please never send it.
I am sending it to all of you.
I probably
Once
won't.
a day.
Okay, once a day might be sad. I could look at it once and go, okay.
I'm gonna play with it.
Oh, that knuckle crack on the mic.
You're gonna play with what?
The cow thing.
He's playing with the cow.
Well, I'm gonna play with it for a month or so, and then I'm gonna take a short rest so I can switch back to jumping.
Okay, so you continue playing with it. It kind of seems to bond with you a little bit. Maybe it's following you a little bit. And while you're taking a short rest, we're going to check back in with you guys who are starting to negotiate with Lucius, which is much less gross than whatever the heck Jack is doing.
He had some slavery.
Now that changes what we have to do for the negotiation. Like, just say, we're gonna keep firing. Yes.
So, Lucius, just how cursed is this fight?
Have you seen the teeth of it from the cow?
There's like 15 of them.
It's like the infected.
It's definitely not 4. Joel has been replaced
Very sharp.
Yeah, he's been
by
invited.
Fanison.
I'm not a dog.
This has gone so far off the rails. I don't even know how to get back to where we need to be.
Yeah, Lucius.
Okay.
It's to the point where it doesn't matter what it said. It just makes it worse.
Make him eat a dice. Make a fox eat a dice.
I never said that the item was first. It's just of high importance to my family.
Who are you stealing it from?
Oh, maybe not the right answer. Might be more of a what, really, you could say.
So
Does
powerful
blood
beings.
have a name?
Dave.
Everything's Dave.
It works at 5 below.
If it has a name, it never offered to share it with me or my kin, or it was so terrible it passed from memory.
Alright, so a question. What is it?
That also remains somewhat of a mystery.
Okay, so go in, be quiet, get the thing, get out, and we're free to go. Is the gist of it.
Essentially, should you live
Master Ever looks happy.
The last fellow we sent after it never returned.
Okay, we'll go.
In fact, he looked strangely like your balding young friend.
I guess we found out what happened to his grandfather.
His grandfather, his grandfather, is likely to be much, much too old.
Well, we'll find out now, so
What's really
this has been very helpful. You will get your item, and you will come back with it.
Well, we'll go.
And that will be that.
I would like to request more information, such as the potential whereabouts of the item and what exactly the item is to the best of your ability.
They want to say.
This item is a mirror with my family crest on it. And he shows you a symbol that none of you recognize. It's a drowish symbol. But Amaya, you would recognize it. You know it's the symbol of the. I didn't get that prepared as much as I wanted. The house.
It's okay. You're just setting this very important item for at least like the next year,
Yep.
and exactly what it looks like.
Yes, exactly.
It's really weird.
The symbol he shows you. You would recognize it as his house crest, and his house is one of the lesser known houses in the city of Menzo Berenzan. It is the House Duval, which is lower end, so they get stuck with the worst jobs in Menzo Berenzan.
A frog rampant on a chevron field.
Yeah, it's absolutely a symbol of a frog cow. Absolutely. His people were once great Flurnurkin farmers.
Majestic.
Yeah, so you would recognize the symbol. And, sorry, I got to back up the character. The location is not known to us. Otherwise, we'd have gone ourselves. We know general direction, but haven't managed to find it ourselves.
Well, this is great for us. It's 2 birds with 1 stone.
One is a bird.
They too back the falling rock.
See, that's what I understood.
My apologies for being so vague.
Service to others.
I think
I know, right? It's just ridiculous. Just save things in the compartments.
No need for trying to be crafty by making things. So you accept the task.
say yes.
I say yes.
Mara, or Maya.
Of course, accept this noble, worthy quest.
As long as you're out of my hair.
I would be no closer to it than I'd have to be.
So, who wishes to be the representative? Sure.
No, you are not going to represent. Why? You're not very trustworthy. I will represent it.
I do think Annabella would have the greatest stake in this matter, don't you?
Please define what my stake in this matter may be.
I'm thinking a porterhouse. Nothing too fancy, but good, substantial.
While I appreciate your attempt at humor, this unit does not require organic food consumption.
Well, clearly you're the leader of this band of exceptional influencers.
She's one of the new ones.
As the oldest sentient being here, I will assume the role of party leader.
Joy.
Wonderful.
I think
He's going to open the door now, and he's going to walk toward you, Annabella. He's going to take one of your hands, and he is going to do some magic on the back of your hands.
As he's doing this, the other hand comes up and waves, and I go, well, I am Unit 888N383LLA. For now, Annabella.
So
Who
when
would be of assistance?
he finishes his spell, much annoyed, you see now back of your hand there is a glyph. Should you stray from the path that I've destined you on, at least too far, obviously, we don't know the full direction. But should you find the item and leave without it, without returning it to me, you will die a very painful death. Stupid death.
This unit accepts the responsibility placed upon it.
Very well. Are you prepared to journey out now, or is there anything else you would need? I would prefer it if you left the city quickly and quietly.
If you could provide proper escort out of the city, it would be much appreciated.
That can be arranged. Frederick,
Please take this clamp as a token of my gratitude.
with
Sam will butt in.
he accepts the clam.
Could Sam also give 10 gold of his own money to him as compensation for getting in there?
Very well. Takes the gold. Don't know what strange currency you surface dwellers have. I don't know which one of these are currency.
Take it from me, it's the shiny stuff.
Very well.
The other one you could probably.
I have found that a good coin is significantly more valuable than gold, as it is consumable by sapient life.
You can pay your bills better when you can eat.
Maybe where we live, but not here.
Set aside. Anyway, Frederick will show you up your way out of the city. Frederick? Yeah, bud. You please escort them to the city limits and point them in the direction they need to go. Blind. Well, at least where the last fellow went. Was never returned. Missing for some time.
Question.
Yes.
Do we have a method of reaching you in the event that we need to provide information?
You're magic casters, are you not? Somebody here must have the ability to communicate over a vast distance.
Yes, I can communicate.
The ability to do that.
I could get somebody in touch with you.
Preferably not to you.
I am also a magic caster, and I can get in contact with me.
Very well. Any other questions?
People and viewers of party members.
Question.
Later.
Other sapiens, do you require food and or water?
I mean, I've still got my barrel of ale, so I'm okay.
We're shitting our fish rations.
I don't know what fish is, but I guess I trust the robot lady more when it comes to food.
Your confidence in my culinary abilities is appreciated.
I assume you understand that sapient eat mainly like frog milk and mushrooms, preferably in a form of loaf.
That's only.
This is the primary diet of
Mushroom loaf is amazing though. I've cooked quite a few.
Annabella started short circuiting when she realized she's going to say too much.
Sam's going to turn to Lucius and he's going to, we'll just say, we should be good with everything else now. And he's going to give him a bow and head about his way.
Thank you. Don't return without the item, or we shall see about those gladiator pits.
Very well.
They are just a treat. I do recommend, after all this is done, we go and watch. The other day, 2 halflings climbed inside of a minotaur.
I've been inside.
None of them were fighting. It was delightful to fun.
Uh-oh, we lost our connection.
I wanted to twig about opening a folding boat into a frog.
While inside of it going,
Back in a minute.
has the D&D live stream also done?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We got kind of, I think my mouse gone. There it is.
I still got it.
Hold on, we're
You have the phantom router that I've had for how many years? Near 90.
We'll be back after these short messages from our sponsors. Wait, that's no one.
I'll sponsor you.
What's going on? Okay, we're gonna stop the stream. We're gonna keep recording. See if that helps my computer refresh here. Am I disconnected?
I googled Ola and it worked, so it's on your end.
Is my computer decided to lose the router? There we go. We're back.
Hello.
Okay, we're back. I don't know what happened. I'm not direct wired, so that's probably the problem.
Sorry, you were horrified by the anatomical realities of 2 halflings that died a minotaur.
That's right where it cut. I really want to know what else happened.
I want to say what I wanted to say.
You can.
Okay. There's nothing beats climbing a giant frog and opening a boat. Very fun. Would recommend it.
I understand some of the words that he said, but I assume there's context involved.
Yes.
He has a magic boat.
Magic boat that unmuffled cube inside this is boat.
He's a special somebody.
Right.
Canoe.
Very intriguing.
I said the word that triggers it.
Oh, yeah. So it opens up a canoe.
That is a boat.
It is just a boat.
Why would you destroy a frog, Ebeth, with a boat?
He said it ate him.
It ate me.
Well, did you talk to it first? The very least of creatures. A little bit of dialogue would go a long way.
I don't speak frog.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't try to communicate, nor try to communicate with frog. If you don't know the language, you're not going to get very far.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, he is but a common thief.
But lifelong companions, if you can get by the language barrier, as a child, just years spent in close connection with the frog now. No greater joy can one person have than the bond shared.
We're talking about 2 different things. I suggest we leave. Seems that Lucius is getting a bit agitated with this speak.
So, was Annabella the only one that got this mark, or did everyone?
Just you. You're the chosen representative. You got who represents.
Excellent.
Did you?
I think you're going to be wrong, but you get another way to die.
All right. So Frederick started leading you guys away. And we're gonna check in with Jack, who is currently playing with a Flurnerkin.
Yep.
So you're out in this rocky, gravelly, grassy, kind of underground, lit by bioluminescent mushrooms, a little bit, playing with the Flurnerkin. It's jumping over you, you're jumping with it, playing with
Yep, and the reason for the short rest was like you're done with this stuff.
Yep. So you're jumping with a Flurnerkin.
Yeah, I guess I'm doing that. I want to get a little bit of my hay.
It kind of takes a few nibbles to jump into, but its tongue is like
Like a bat or
like yeah, it's gross, it's nasty, but its tongue is sticky and it's stuck to it, and it's quite mature.
what are they doing?
They're kind of eating like an algae type moss and stuff that goes on top of near water. As well as using your tongues to pull up some sort of subterranean seaweed. Frog cow, Winnie the frog cow. What the heck? I can't read the messages fast. Frog cow, Winnie the frog cow, looking for fun or chasing honeybees. Evan is now going to write a song about the frog cows, the Flurnerkin. Song of the Flurnerkin.
It's just the Winnie the Pooh thing, okay? Like,
Jack will fully accept that as the theme song.
My dog on the ceiling is super loud.
Not flowing to me, that's what I thought. Oh, man.
Too much cow in that set.
They're having a rumble.
Yeah, that's super loud. I don't know what the text is going on, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's cheap.
What they
Swim? Swim where? You're gonna go out in the water and start to swim? Okay, so you go start swimming. What's your swim speed? After Pacific. Can you guys hear my dog on the ceiling? 29. Oh, but that's good because it's really loud. What is it? 20. 20. So you go start swimming across the pond, and Flurnerkin, for not really appearing very fast on land, other than they have a pretty high jump, booking it through the water, like way faster than you, doing circles around you. Every now and then it'll go behind you and like take its tongue and go in the back of your head. It only feels like a 5-pound baseball bat hitting your head back in the head. It's all right. And then it sticks to your hair, and you're like, we're going off swim. Yeah.
for a while.
Okay, you're gonna keep playing with the Flurnerkin.
Yep. It's really good. He left me to my and I have no degree at.
Luckily for you,
I found a Flurnerkin.
luckily for you, when we switch back, I'm going to message you.
10 out of 10 would leave you.
Because I don't like listening to you fondling with frogs.
If the fishy smell, you've gotten used to it. But if you're in the water, it's pretty rank.
I'm at a small knot with Frederick.
Okay.
You can ask me if it wants an egg.
It just kind of slapped you this tongue again.
You come up with that if it wants an egg.
That is beyond its capabilities.
Stick it
And clearly saying, yeah, want the baby, clapping.
Don't name it hairy tongue. Or something like a piece of bacteria you ever swallow before you eat people would think.
Harry Tom, up with a name for an in character. Have fun.
Right.
We're naming a Flurnerkin, but no, we're not.
Right.
So, you guys are being led not through the city like you originally like sounded like. Over through the sewers. Frederick kind of takes you through, basically right outside the jail, straight into the sewers. Like you're not seeing any of the city at all.
I'm gonna have some small Frederick.
Okay.
So is it like murky shit that we're walking in, or
Some of there is definite drought.
does my water walking ring technically work here?
Yeah.
Very good. I'm not getting dirty.
Up,
How deep is it?
in places, it's sometimes up to knee deep, but
Okay.
there are ways to walk around it most of the time. No, you're near it.
Suck it.
I don't know if you can canoe on sludge.
It would work.
You just gotta bring them at half speed and make sure that it isn't dash.
Say you water walk, right? Pull me.
Not pulling.
Yeah, it's like if you're trying to pull like anything through mud,
Yeah, it's terrible.
yeah, that's about what it would be. This isn't like fresh flowing sewage. It's like
Built up.
people need to flush a lot or that starts flowing again.
It's not.
So I don't know if we're gonna cast in the light cantrip if that helps any.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Frederick. So, what kinds of cuisine does the mental variation have?
Bill, we typically just eat frog cheese or Flurnerkin cheese and different breads made from various underground things. He definitely has something to say about it.
Well, I mean, the cheese and bread-based diet does explain why our tours look the way they do.
Yeah, indeed it does. Yep, that's a big sense there. But there are various underground groups that we partake in. Some meats a little bit harder to get anything that's not American or Behemoth. Occasionally plant now. Umber Hulk is actually something of a delicacy. But not very many people are able to kill those.
The tricky part is you have to boil them alive.
But
But you can't look at them as all those are.
What? I mean, I'm not saying that it's not.
we know if any types of food, if we would be, if we would be coming across any types of fruit-bearing mushroom trees or whatever bushes on the path that we're taking.
I don't know. I have not traveled the path myself. It's more and point you in the right direction and hope you don't die.
I don't recommend eating anything in the sewer. Maybe wait till we're not in the sewer to eat things.
I mean, the smell kind of gave it away.
I'm just making sure. I don't want to understand, but you're from the surface. You're clearly barbarians. Don't eat them.
I mean, I may not be a barbarian, but that dumb fellow behind us is.
What? Hey, is that a candle?
No, but what is right next to us is cake.
No, I think you're full of it.
Oh shit, here's what. I was trying to be deceptive right there, so I want to roll deception.
Okay.
You're gonna try and make me shit.
He's
Probably it's not here. What do you think's gonna happen?
well, I still got 13.
13. That might not actually be higher than his path of wisdom.
So, I want to get it.
He's dumb, but I don't think he's quite that.
I want him to do something stupid since he's not here.
Oh, his path of wisdom is 10. He's not going to eat it, but he is going to sniff it. Real good and close. And then walk away. You see a funny little brow right here.
I don't mind the smell. If I have a friend who smells exactly like this.
Good wash.
Not talking about cheap fun. You're talking about my
I'm gonna quit. Really starting to smell bad. We don't need to bring it.
Yeah. So, any other questions for Frederick as you guys travel?
Ooh, wait a minute. I wanna. This will be a funny joke. Let's see. Where is it? Sending. There it is. I want to cast Sending to Jack and tell them that we are on the outside of Menzo Berezan. Sorry for leaving you behind. Warp to us.
Okay. So you hear that,
Want to see this?
Jack.
I'm not familiar with that spell at all. am I?
Well, it wouldn't matter. You would hear my voice.
You hear his voice.
But doesn't it give you the 25 word response thing? I would.
Probably not. You haven't been informed. I don't think you've ever been around when somebody's used that.
How does that work?
You hear the voice in the back of your head.
But then, like responding, you just think a response.
You have to speak it verbally.
Wait, is it just the next thing you speak?
Next 25 words.
Just quickly says,
Oh, but it has to
Within
be
a minute.
this. Oh, within a minute.
Yeah.
So essentially, you're just gonna. I don't know what you're gonna get.
I've essentially just told you to come to us because we are outside of Menzo Berezan.
say what you said again.
I gotta write it down. Figure it out again.
Sorry. Not to be complicated or anything.
Let's see. And we're leaving Menzo Berezan. Leaving you. Would Gatestone be one word?
Yes.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3,
Samson's doing intelligent things.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes, he's trying to get the phone with this shit. Since you let me redo it, I'm gonna, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 22. Hey, we are leaving Menzo Berezan. Sorry for leaving you behind. Use your Gatestone and join us. You can reply with 25 words.
Why did you go there? And why should I go? Having fun!
I have to use a spell slot each time I talk to you.
I don't know that.
Do I do it again? No, it's a third level spell slot. Screw you.
But and then at the end of that, you're gonna hear the start of me turning to the cow thing again, and say your name will be Gerlog.
Gerlog of Thornurket.
I'm gonna. Well, let's see. I'm really the only spellcaster there that can do that. But well, actually, no. The other guy, Sloovy. I'm gonna ask Sloovy to. Well, I'm gonna lean down to Sloovy and I'm gonna say, do you have any reason why Jack should join us? I sent him a message and he doesn't seem to want to come. He's doing something. He said a weird name. So I'm assuming he's screwing with an animal.
Based where he said we were going if the other guy didn't come back. It's dangerous. Yeah, Jack is very tall. Very strong. Could be useful.
Could you possibly send him a message, being that I've already burned up one spell slot?
I suppose I could do that.
Greatly appreciated. I will compensate you with as much alcohol as you want.
You want to think
would like, I have means of sending messengers.
That is nice, but he might not know who you are.
We're not talking about assassins.
They're not assassins. They're messengers. Very useful. Close-minded.
I mean, if you have the ability, can you send to someone you do not know?
Well, I definitely can't send this messenger to someone I don't know. But it would be more useful if you were to, like, tie a note around their neck.
Around the messenger's neck.
Yes!
And how fast these messengers?
They've got a 30-foot walking speed.
Annabella, how far are we from where we came from?
Would I have an idea of the rough distance?
It's roughly 2 to 3 day walk.
Right. To the best of my recollection, it is generally a 2 to 3 day walk for a standard humanoid creature.
I don't think we've actually introduced ourselves, but I don't think your messengers would be quite fast enough. So I think I will just send him the message bell. They're sending. By the way, I am Slutibert. I am the gnomish fellow, as you can see.
Can I also carry Sleuthberg? Some of those is probably like almost up to his neck and shit. So I have to
That's
point
very
out.
much appreciated. I'm very dirty right now.
Little prestidigitation to clean them off.
Thank you.
I'll kind of. I don't know. Do I have anything that he could like sit on besides my shoulders? I don't want to carry him like a child.
He's just like piggybacking. Little 30-pound. No.
She just randomly says, I hate it. People are bullshit.
What should I say to Jack?
He's tall and strong, and it would be very helpful for completing our current quest.
Okay. Yeah. You are very tall and strong and
Throw in hands. Throw in hands. They like to be called with their hands.
would be very much appreciated in our current endeavor. And Maya says you're handsome. See you.
You catch more flies with honey than you do with honey.
Now you have a woman that shows interest in you.
So what's the challenge?
A tall fairy.
According to this unit's racial database, a large, cow-like humanoid individual, primarily of purpose.
What's a cow?
Fine. I'll be there soon. Himalayas. Anyways, I'll be back. We're going. Don't forget about me.
Wait, did you name him Furlog?
Gerlog.
Furlog.
Gerlog with a G.
More like a U. Your log.
Gerlog.
Like you're a log.
Your log with a G.
You're
G-I-O-R-L-U-D. Gorilla.
Sliver going to be very confused. Does anybody know a Gerlog?
No, but I heard the name when I first messaged. So it's probably a new friend he's found.
Annabella, is there anyone named Gerlog in your village?
This unit is unaware of any such named individual.
I think I just remembered this one thing about Jeff. He just picks up random animals and tries to take them with him.
Wait. How does it work for bringing animals in the game, though?
This is going to be terrible because it's going to block up. There's a sewer block. What's in it?
It's a little one. But yeah, we did rule you can't bring a willing creature, provided that it's not like another human necessarily, but yes and no. Everything was there.
As much fun as it would be, I won't this time purely because it sounds dangerous. So I'm going to go that. However, I do want my SputterCon back, so I want to go back to that thing, take a short rest, and that'll be on it.
Alright, so you guys walk for another through the sewers, wondering where Jack is. If he's ever going to get a comment or anything. But throughout this walk, any other conversations you all would like to have? Or just march business as usual?
So what's the currency in Mentalberry?
Annabella is like abnormally very quiet.
Okay.
Like she doesn't say much normally, but usually you'll get like tidbits of ID or knowledge.
Good silent.
If anything, Sam will be asking Sloop Duart about stories he's had because at this point, Sam's getting bored. Sloop Duart is a storyteller, isn't he?
He is.
I'm asking Frederick, so what's the currency in Mentalberry? What's that?
Looking that up. I did figure that out. I gotta find it. Oh no. Where did Pete go? There he is.
Welcome back, Shower Man.
Sorry. Not a shower curtain.
I thought I did come up with a name for the currency. Where did it go?
Dangleberries.
Berries.
Gin. That's alcohol, dude.
Yeah, just straight up gin.
I want to see a system. I want to see a society that functions on trading gin across any table.
It's no, even better than vodka.
No, that's too
Ready,
much. You want some candy? Yes. All right. One bottle of gin. Hay rations. These people live in poverty. I need 3 things of hay. How much? 3 fistfuls. Okay. I think we can scrap some together from our floor.
They ration everything except the gin.
Okay, well I did find it somewhere, but I don't remember what it is. Anyway,
it is a black coin we call obsidian.
Oh, obsidian.
Yeah.
So then
It is this year.
so
Annabella pulls out one of the Underdark currency.
Yes, that is the obsidian. Right.
our form of currency is gold. That's what the gave.
That's just ridiculous. Who would use gold for money?
It's so common and plentiful. It's not rare at all.
It's rare in the
Sam will have a platinum coin and then say, what about this?
Not. We use that for forks and tableware.
Can I have a couple?
Do you see any in the sewers?
Well, if you find any of them, then you take a lot of them.
Well,
Though it may be a crime against one of our now deceased party members, I'm sure you wouldn't mind if I were to trade it in for party games.
you could how abundant of our currency is. If people came down here and actually started doing business down here, it could crash our economy.
interesting.
Thanks.
I'll be sure to share that information with Lucius.
But then again, obsidian's also kind of rare too. Where
Anyway,
it's your kind of spell.
the other main currency would be the slave trade, other as obsidian and slaves.
Interesting system.
I mean, if you want small
Why
denominations.
have something so abundant as currency?
what was that, Maya?
Well, I mean, it depends. Do you want small denominations like children and halflings, or large denominations like orcs and, Athilids? I think it's very reasonable. Storage can be a problem, but I mean,
Yeah, it's not like you can carry them around in your wallet.
Bag of holding.
I'm surprised at how many things die.
I wasn't actually there. That was out of character.
Tell me about it.
So was there another question that somebody had? They wanted to ask somebody something?
No, I was just going to be conversing with Snoozer and asking him what kind of stories he
Well, I have stories from my homeland, the Gnomish folk. We come from a place we are within there, but it's not like very, it's not like a tourist city. But I came from Dorkington, and there's a small colony that lives near there. But we have been hanging. I decided to go to the forest to really. I heard about your escapades and wanted to learn more, see what the mighty Ground Zero have been doing to see write down the stories.
Oh, on this here long trek down the sewers, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to hear a couple of those stories.
I'm sure we can do that. I would be delighted. In fact, I can even incorporate it into our evening routines.
That'd be very nice.
At this time, you're almost out of the sewers, and suddenly there is a kind of a, and Jack is in the sewage up to his
What shape is the sewer?
knee. It's like a circle.
Yeah, immediately almost.
So you're like a cat. You like landing on. But you don't have your spider climb. You have to.
That's why I took that tour.
Oh, okay. You did your spider climb. Alright, okay, I did that.
I feel like this would be a great time for dating Rachel profile.
Yeah, Annabella, you see Jack land and then hiss like a cat and cling to the ceiling with poop all over his feet. And Annabella, this is very strange for you as suddenly in the middle of nowhere there's this giant cat-looking individual. Would you at least establish what color you are yet?
Please be allowed to stab him. Well, they're kind of like a speed line.
He is jet red. No, he's orange.
Furlong are typically, I think, a grayish bluish.
Yeah, kind of right.
So a grayish bluish green cow, hairy human man lands in front of you. Not human, but humanoid.
Well, we know Annabella.
Yeah, but you don't know Maya.
Oh, that's true. And I'm kind of like, did I land like in front or in the middle, or where did I land?
Kind of right in the middle.
Because the problem is, I'm instinctively like shaking my boots off rapidly, like a dog.
Yeah, there is feces everywhere now.
Did someone stab him? With me?
The Maya cat spreads the digitation and cleans everybody up.
Did someone still stab him?
And you see, other than Team Samson, Annabella, Fludemert, and Broadly Builder, you also see was it 4'9" drow female with black ebony skin, white hair, and about 95 pounds.
4'9".
You know, that's a small one. We're going this way, and then I'm just walking. The direction they're facing.
Take it, Jack.
Yeah, that's a jet. Not as handsome as you were probably thinking, but you know.
Can you stab him for me, Maya?
Your hair grazes the sludge in your rush to move. You like the top of your head grazes the sludge underneath.
I'm on all fours.
You said walking.
I did not mean walking.
Obviously, I'm going to be all fours. You went to all fours after your hair cut a little bit.
Maya said to you, can you stab him for me? Because if I stab him, I'll get smited by God.
I'm much of a stabbing person. So, no.
And I'm still moving.
So he's a drider sort of thing? Was he cursed to look like that?
No, that's just how he looks.
Huh.
Well, you see, he's what we call a cow.
That's a cow.
Yes, I'm not a cow.
He says he's
That is not a cow. That is not a cow. That is a cow person.
I don't know, person.
So it's not.
Is he a cat person?
So it's not.
I believe he's
I believe he is confused. Definitely a cow person.
the technical term for his people is furball.
Is that like some sort of surface world way of saying cat person?
Sadly, no.
Legend says, yeah, I think that.
Well, if y'all are gonna be this mean, I don't understand this stuff very well. Don't look like this. So let's just start kind of just try to get it to work again. Nothing happens.
It's funny the time though.
Yeah,
but the air itself, you're in a sewer that's slipping up. It's not gonna be good. As you guys
Like,
walk,
I realize that if anyone lights anything, there's gonna be a lot of problems.
I'll
Let me light a story. Let me light my story.
This is why I use my cantrip. Okay.
at this moment, you guys come out of the sewers, and it's basically like kind of a little lake type thing off the side that gathers fecal matter.
We found the
Your-
city's drinking water.
Yes. No, I'm just kidding. And then a funnel leading off to the side, kind of a open pathway tunnel.
Hey, Freddy, what would happen to some light poison?
Don't know. I've never tried.
Would you like to find out? Yeah. That's what you'll do with the whole city, doesn't it?
Wait,
Just you know.
hold on. Why would someone light a torch? You can't see in the dark?
I can.
I mean, I have night vision goggles on currently.
This unit has a limited capacity for vision in darkness.
That's interesting. Seems like it would be very difficult.
It does pose challenges.
Glad to see you rising above it.
Well,
Please
now,
do not light a torch. We are currently in an enclosed space filled with methane gas.
Yeah.
And then I will cast light on my hand, and we now have light.
I had light.
Sorman lit, Sam lit a light earlier as well. So you guys,
Okay.
you haven't been walking in like the dark, but it's not been like bright light, but it's been lightish.
I have consideration for the two draw.
Even though
Yeah,
I
it's
still
not been
haven't added at least night vision goggles to my story, I just know I have to
Yeah, nobody else has taken them
choose where like
on top of the head.
okay. Is everybody out of the tunnel?
Everybody's out of the tunnel.
What's the current area like?
You're out of the septic tunnel. You're in a more natural formation tunnel. In fact, I need. Why doesn't everybody make a perception check for me? That's never good.
Okay.
Perception.
Nice. 18.
18.
11, 14.
9.
9. So, Samson,
Yeah.
you see, with the aid of your light, 3 interlocking rings
I was going to ask about that.
carved into the side of the tunnel.
Sam's going to look at that, look back at the picture that I'm assuming he drew. I'm pretty sure at some point he did draw.
Yeah, somebody has.
Yeah, achieve your
He did over with Cole. I did it just by hand. Then Sam is gonna turn back to the rest of the party and say, "Yeah, this is the way we need to go to complete our current and now new quest."
methane gas cigarettes. Oh, this is almost
It's kind of more like lakeside, like lagoon. That's what it is, lagoon side, and then like a kind of a 15, 20 foot wide walking area with a domed ceiling that you can't even really see because it's dark, but it opens up. And occasionally in the distance, in different places, you see what kind of looks like faint stars. What makes you surface dwellers feel longingly for methane gas?
She was talking about oil.
About methane gas.
People get out a lot of oil up here right now. Well, I could easily float the city from a distance.
No, there's a sewer system. You light that thing, all the sewer caps are gonna go. Someone's gonna be walking by and it's like, "How you doing, Teddy?" "Good, Mom. I do a big school today." "Really, guys?"
Assuming that throughout gas is in fact flammable and methane and produces
Well, the
methane.
amount of maybe it has to be.
Should we leave? Can we find out?
I want to test the.
I mean, it's a well-documented fact that shit doesn't fake.
Yeah, but that's in
These are dark elves.
Let's test on a theory. Lights the flame where you sticks in the shit.
Sam's running,
And
he has a movie up the shoulder, right?
scientifically, there would not be enough there would not be enough gas in an open septic system like that, I think, to just light, because that would mean you wouldn't be able to oxygen to methane content. So you light your flame rapier and you stick it in the sludge and it
No wonder
that smells horrible. I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
Well, I failed that.
You promptly vomit everywhere, all over your feet. Smell of burning fecal matter.
Welcome to disembodied cheese and bread.
I did this awakening people.
You show that poo-poo's boss. Very good.
Does that mean that drought?
You beat the shit out of it.
Probably.
Bread and cheese.
Bread and cheese.
Technically, pizza. Come on.
Technically, yeah.
You beat the crap out of it.
This
This is one Sam. I'm assuming he still has some salute to merit on his back.
Yeah, sure.
Sam's only gonna run down so far though.
So you guys have been traveling after your morning and everything else. You guys have been hanging out for probably 7 to 8 hours. So it's like for you guys about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Afternoon time. So what are your thoughts on a rest, continuing on to your graph?
A rest would be
let's
good.
move a little way in the city.
I could just cast the Liam's Tiny Hut still.
I'll get away from the shit. Clean off my shoes. Still sad that shit can blow up.
Well, Sam, as that's all going on, whatever. Depending on what everyone else is thinking, Sam's just gonna introduce himself to, I've already forgotten Pete's new character name.
Yes, Annabelle asked a question, and Pete, can you remind Storm of your new character name?
Pete, go first.
Well, my name is Amaya Ramondier Fabian Xavier.
Glad to hear it. Is it okay if I just call you Myra?
My young, why? But yes, you can call me that.
My apologies, I'm not the best with names.
That's quite all right.
Well, my name is Samson Wild, and I am the party's wizard.
Cute.
I'm the party's resident dumbass.
Cute.
And I can tell you the party's resident smartass.
Cute.
I'm sure.
Are those normal positions within an adventuring party?
No.
Surface?
Now, this individual suffers from mental disability.
He acts like he is, but he's really not.
There may be a remedy for that. Have you tried therapy? It does wonders. Maybe medication?
So you're suggesting to take
He just has bad luck.
Well, I'm 120 years old, but thanks.
Some of people at the age, basically.
Okay.
Yes.
Who all is actually in the party right now? Like, is gone or is he still with us?
Yep, Frederick had turned around and left. So it'd be all of you present plus Builder and Broadley.
And Flute.
Yeah, Flipper.
Okay.
What did you say you were?
How old am I?
Yeah.
120 years old.
You never ask a lady her age. That's just
I'm 135.
that doesn't matter. You're still a lady.
And you look lovely for it.
Looks
Is
like
that
I'm
old for your people? Is that young for your people? I've never met
Quite young. You look like a rock smashed your face and then proceeded to smash your face even more.
Should have seen the other guy.
So are we stopping the rest?
Are you stopping to rest?
I'm ready to cast Lima's Tiny Hut if everyone's in agreement.
Sure, let's rest.
I'm gonna climb on top of above the lake and see if it's got the same holes that
Smells like a
As you climb, you have dark vision.
No, he does not.
I don't think I do, but I'm gonna double check now.
You've taken the maybe the other
Yeah. No.
before this.
Is it like how is it like completely pitch black where you can't even make out a couple feet or
It's other than a little bit of lights in the distance. Okay. Yeah. So
I'm guessing this is a bad idea. Okay.
so science, right?
Is it the one thing that I wanted to
Methane
have?
gas is lighter than air, hence it rises. You're going above the lagoon, carrying a torch.
Okay, but keep in mind like the ages we're in, we wouldn't necessarily know that.
No, you
Like,
would not.
Legitimately.
No. I'm just explaining my reasoning for what's going to happen next. And I don't think it's flawed. Now, he doesn't necessarily believe in science,
Okay.
but it's still really funny.
I
So,
just before he blows
can I just say cumulative?
is from the Underdark. Is there a possibility I could make maybe knowledge nature check to see whether or not this is a terrible idea?
yes, because he would light the torch on the ground before climbing up the wall.
That's 22.
You are aware that there's a high possibility that the air above this lagoon at a certain height, assuming there's no ventilation, is somewhat flammable.
Jack,
Yes?
don't.
Don't do what?
Don't. I assume you're lighting a torch and doing a weird try to walk thing.
I'm going to deceive him and say it's perfectly fine. You saw what I tried lighting in the fire.
Even if I feel like I believe you, I'm not going to listen to you at this point because you've done nothing but been an asshole to my character. So it's not going to work.
By the way, the last time you do a short rest, your blanket does not cover your feet anymore. Your pink flowery blanket. You don't know why.
Anyway, that's
I'm a grown boy.
I got 15 business deception check.
So you think Chief is probably not lying that it's save.
No, at this point, like
What?
prior to this, even my character's completely written off anything he has to say, whether it makes sense or not.
So you gotta decide you're gonna listen to Amaya, or what do you going, or what?
Yeah.
I don't know how to calculate that many d6s.
Okay.
Oh,
That wasn't a bad.
no, it wasn't gonna be an instant death, but it was gonna be like,
Yeah.
Under 300 would have been.
Huge light in the sky.
And I'm guessing some pretty hardcore.
Right, here comes running back. What's that?
I'm suddenly just completely bald everywhere.
yep, would have been fantastic. I was excited about fried chicken, but you know what cartoons when like the dog gets like the Looney Tunes when it's like the sheepdog or Tom and Jerry, I guess.
Yeah.
And it gets like burned to a crisp and it's just like skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we were looking at.
So you're saying that we're gonna get to the
That is exactly what would have happened.
Prime rib.
Yeah. Yeah. Cow person, I guess, with an edible. Okay.
Cow person. The only one that's not a. Might as well not let this meat go away. What the hell?
Meat is hard to come by in the Underdark, at least good meat.
Good meat.
So you guys gonna take a long rest? Is that the plan?
yeah.
Yep, and Sam is probably at this point after his leave setting up.
Okay. Amaya, would you be familiar with Liam's tiny hut?
It is not in her spell book.
So this other fellow, Clinton Surface Dweller, claims to be a wizard, a party wizard. He created this dome of opaque, blackish brown quartz.
Really want about the explosion, no.
You would have no idea about it. And Samson, are you letting everybody come inside of it?
Yep, he's also gonna vamp in his skeletal bone.
Okay. So everybody gets
There's
out. He asks you to walk into the dome, and everybody does, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just enough. And then you flash in your skeleton puppy.
Oh, I can appreciate that. At least you have a little flair for magical ability.
Well, what's the point of making something bland when you can do something more colorful, I suppose?
Well, there is definitely something to be said for that. Plus, the goth aesthetic is just beautiful.
Well, that I rub off. I just thought he looked nuts.
So, Annabella,
Yes,
this is a bit of a challenging question. What are you?
I am Unit ANN383LLA, pronounced Annabella.
Ask the other kind of cool looking guy what he is.
Up here.
Well, he's currently mute.
Yeah, good point.
Commonly referred to as a warforged. I am a being of constructed nature.
Interesting. You're a construct.
Not entirely.
Think. Possess cognition. Sapience.
This is a widely debated topic amongst many scholars.
Interesting. There you go. Certain degree of intelligence.
I possess some degree of self-will, though I was not programmed with the same amount of self-determination as a normal humanoid.
Very interesting. Are there any more like you? Are you common on the surface? Are you from the surface?
I am originally from the surface.
Are there others like you? Are you alone?
Up until recently, I believed I was the only one. However, I am now aware that there are more.
Wonderful. It's good to have family.
Good to be dead.
This unit has never considered its constructed skin as family. However, perhaps that is an apt terminology.
Well, I mean, so you've got your lovely little adventuring group that you're leading. Why did you come to, well, here?
Mesobaranzan,
Certainly. Also, the underdog. It's not exactly a vacation destination.
my journey to the underdog was not entirely of my own volition. However, I have made it quite a my purpose known.
Really? How long have you been down here?
Approximately 600 years.
That's long. What have you been doing?
Until this unit gains further trust, that is confidential information.
You've been doing something you think I might think is naughty, huh?
Please decide none.
Well, we can get into the full definition of that when it's just a girl. But I take it that you're probably not a fan of the drow.
This unit possesses no strong opinion regarding any race. It simply views certain societal practices as unethical.
Oh, I understand, I think. You don't like that we let other drow outside of the city. Keep to your own kind. That's your motto. I understand it. Separate.
That is not this unit's prime directive.
Okay, I misread you completely. Let's see here. Can't be vegetarian diet. No one has a problem with the vegetarian diet.
I'm in the corner about the other day. Jack is in the corner eating his steak.
Cheat.
Let's see here.
This unit was designed to entertain and protect juvenile sapiens and their respective adult counterparts. The drow pose a threat to that prime directive.
Right. I understand. You're against the nuclear family. Separate the parents from the children. Let them be raised by the state. Now, I understand it.
That is not this unit's prime directive. You appear to be incapable of understanding basic concepts. Do you need assistance?
I'm trying to get a reader, but it's just.
I can provide many counseling assistance.
I don't know what else would be the issue.
Sam's gonna pipe in and say, maybe it's with slavery?
Who would have a problem with that? They have a problem with cheese.
Broccoli, well, speak up. Ma'am, you said you didn't like it earlier.
Well, I mean, I don't think sapiens should be enslaved.
What's a sapient?
forest.
Thinking beings, darling. You're mostly in that category.
This whatsoever.
Get rid of slavery.
People?
Well, yes, who's doing it now? I mean, if they weren't, what? I mean, I have a solution, but it's still, humanoids doing it.
Well, where we come from, when people do stuff, they get paid, so it's labeled as a job.
What? Why would you pay someone to do menial labor? It's ridiculous. They get food, which is just a waste. I'll be honest with you.
My
There are
understanding,
better ways of doing it.
from my understanding, it builds the economy, cycles money through the system.
Yes, you use gold for money. That's ridiculous. I don't
That's
think
why
you guys understand economics.
This is why I want to get my hands on as many forks down here as I can. They're made out of platinum.
Economics is different down here.
It's everything inside from Gleason and all. I'm an having of multiple groups. I need to know that there's a single thing from just being like, I don't like the forks, but you're getting profit.
What's with you and taking it as forks? You could get a good spoon. There's nothing holding you back from, getting a plate and a ladle like a good solid working man. The fork.
Get fancy.
At least, this is some good floors made in the dirt. There's no wood here, just all rock. Which is basically dirt. Hard dirt.
What did you get in your survival check? You did find some mushrooms. They're growing on the shore of a lagoon.
She was not gonna pick up.
It's good.
He knows why. He's not wanting not to pick shit mushroom.
You still have that 4-day-old octopus. It get pretty rank.
Set it free into the lagoon. I mean, it's pretty rancid, so we're just gonna throw it in the shit pond while looking.
Okay.
Did I grab the fish?
Yeah, who ended up with the goldfish between Annabella and Cheem? Did it stay for?
No, I think Shane cooked it. Oh no, this was earlier. No, I don't think anyone grabbed it.
Hit 4 on the
No, you both did. You picked it up. I was actually gonna.
Did Saxon grab it?
I think Cheem did. I think you guys were running off heads as you picked it up. Like I think you got it. I think Earlock did. Earlock.
You weren't there.
Yeah, see the goldfish. It's dead.
Yeah.
Cute.
I was just gonna play it
Okay. You get enough for one meal for you.
and make a small stew and eat fresh water that's far away from the lagoon.
There is no fresh water around here. You can come for it.
Yeah.
But you do make a stew. It feed maybe 2 people when you add water to it.
So, yeah, it would be Sam.
Sleep the birth eat rations as Jack is.
Also, Sam is gonna.
Bridget, I have these things called contacts. Just so you know. She has on Twitch or whatever.
Sam's gonna offer some alcohol to Slewfritz, he said, at some point. I don't know when it was today, but he said he'd owe him a lot of alcohol. So he's gonna pour him alcohol.
All right.
Go. And then ask for a story. Yeah, hold on.
I'm not going to make up a story on site, but this is where we're going to end tonight because I can't keep my eyes open. Yeah. So, I enjoyed the RP tonight, guys. We're gonna have some interesting stuff moving forward. Heard I just wanted to add a third RP to the fellow just because.
I wish that the shit exploded.
It may yet.
It may, yes.
I just don't want people living there.
Hey, if my wife would sleep, she ain't now. Okay, so I'll roll the microphone and anybody that's listening with ears or headphones on, probably be next week.
You gotta admit though, taping these up is clever.
That is okay, so we will try to pick this up on the 30th. Hopefully, we have enough people to start some combat stuff. I got plans, y'all. Probably 2 or 3 more sessions. Well, before we finish the dark.
I should at least get 200 XP for bonding with a frog owl.
No, now you have the heartbreaking thing that we're going to leave Sanctuary behind. And the greatest friend you've ever made.
Oh, wait,
See that?
Well, like here for the American co-op.
how bad would it be if killed it in it?
And then they're getting back there, they're gonna hung up being butchered.
How bad would it be that she would be the one butchered?
That'd be bad.
You're already getting to my bad side.
Well, you don't
Really
know.
pissed off. Neither have I, so it might be an interesting experience off of my friend.
So, internet, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, follow us. It's not in a creepy way.
Creepy way.
Or in a creepy way, we do that too.
Whatever
you wanna do.
For.
Yeah, so, thank you very much.
Well, thank
We'll be
you.
back with a full, session here, hopefully next time on December 30th. Will be the last session of the year. And in 2022, y'all. Alright, okay, bye.